Assalamu alaikum, my brothers. UFC 325 just ended, so I'm going to be matchmaking some of the fighters coming out of that event. My name is Omar, and without further ado, let's just get right into it. Volkanovski, he did what he needed to do. He improved on his previous performance. He got a 50-47 on one of the judges' scorecards. In the end, he was literally shitting on Diego Lopez. Literally, he was in a position doo-dooing on Diego Lopez. I think this fight was a waste of his legacy. He should have gotten a better matchup. I think he should fight Evloev. I think he's been waiting way too long. Lopez gets 2 title shots before Evloev even gets 1. He beat Lopez, so he should have gotten one a while ago. It would be a good test for Volk with his grappling. We've kind of seen Volk struggle a little bit with grapplers like Islam. If Volk beats Evloev, it means something. It's like something to his legacy. It cements him as GOAT. I already think he's the GOAT of that division, but it would further cement it. And please, for the love of God, do not give Yair another title shot. He does not deserve it. I can't believe they were actually thinking about doing that. But anyways, on to the next fighter, Diego Lopez. I don't know what to say about this guy. He didn't really make any adjustments in this fight compared to their first fight. He might have actually done worse. He did actually do worse. Kind of looked slow in there. He didn't really do anything. There weren't really any significant moments with him except for that flash knockdown. I think he needs to get back to the drawing board, start from scratch. It's gonna be a while until he gets another title shot. So I think the first fight he should get is Quillan. Come on. We need to see this fight. The stars aligned for this fight to happen. If Diego Lopez won, we would have never seen this. They already have tension. They already have drama between them from the previous press conference. We need to see this fight. We need to see it. Put it on Noche. Be a perfect fight to headline that event. One Mexican guy and another guy that's from Brazil, but he lives in Mexico. He loves Mexican people. Put on a UFC Noche. Come on. And whoever wins this fight can get like a follow-up fight and then maybe another title fight in the future. This is the fight to make. On to the next one. BSD did a good job, took down Hooker, threw some ground and pound. He tried submitting him at separate points, could not do it, but he was able to get the ref to stop the fight, which is what he needed to do. He said he wanted to fight for the BMF. I think we should let him. This would be a great fight. 2 strikers. A volume striker versus a dirty clinch striker, a grappler striker. It'd be great to see. I would want to know, can he get Max Holloway to the ground? Can he ground and pound on Max Holloway, one of the best strikers of the division, maybe of even the sport? This would be a great fight. I feel like even if Max Holloway doesn't keep the BMF, this would still be a great fight. Max Holloway versus Benoit Saint-Denis, that's the next fight for him. It would also be a good path to the title if he wins the fight. I think this is the fight to make. On to the next one. Dan Hooker, he did what he does. He got into a fight, very scrappy guy. He lost, but he lost like a warrior, how he usually does. Let's see who he should fight. Mauricio Rufy, he did a great job. I think he deserves an upper tier fighter. He's going to be above Fiziev in the rankings, so I think Dan Hooker would be a valid opponent for him. 2 strikers. It'd be a good way to see if Hooker can still make it in the top tier and if Rufy really has what it takes to get to that upper echelon. And it would just be an entertaining fight. It would be a great fight to make. On to the next one. Man. This made me sad. Fiziev was supposed to win that fight, but you know, sometimes you get hit with the bombs and you just can't recover, and that's what happens. It's been a while since he's won. They're just giving him some hard hitters. I think he should face off against... Give him Beneil Dariush. I think these guys are down on their luck. They need another fight to get a win. Both unks, be an unk off. We need to see one of these guys win by the end of the year. We need to see these 2 unks fight each other. One of them needs to get a win. We need to see one of them get a win. Alright, Tallison Teixeira finally got past the first round in his fight against Tai Tuivasa. He's doing a good job. He almost got put out in the 3rd round. I think he should face off against Jailton Almeida. Now these guys are both good grapplers. We already know Tallison Teixeira is a very good power puncher. I think if Jailton tries to grapple and just sit on top of him like how he did with Volkov and how he did with Derek Lewis and how he does in the past, I think Tallison has the ability to shirk him off and to possibly spark him out. to knock him out and punish him, like what happened with Curtis Blades. This would be a good matchup for Tallison. This is a winnable fight. This can bring him up if he wins. And also, if he loses, this could be a good way for Jailton to build up his streak. But yeah, I think Jailton should be his next fight. On to next one. Tai Tuivasa. It's been a while since this guy's won. He did good in the latter round, but he just didn't do what he needed to do. He could have knocked him out in the last few seconds. I think he should face off against... Give him Justin Tafa. I mean, look at these guys. These guys are like the same guy, basically. They're coming from the same custom character. If I didn't know any better, I'd think they're brothers. Like, look at their tattoos. They're probably like from the same tribe. They're both like KO artists. I'd love to see this fight. These guys are both coming off of losses. They both need a good win. And I mean, this is a winnable fight for Tai Tuivasa. We could finally see him get a win. You know, get a Chewy in there. It'd be a great win. It'd bring us back to his glory days. I think this would be a good matchup. On to the next one. Quillan Salkilld did a great job. Really surprised me with that first round submission. Usually he gets a first round KO, and that's what I had him getting. But he said he wanted a top 15 opponent. Think we should give him Michael Chandler. Look, these guys are great strikers. Like, this would be a great matchup. Chandler would be a good introduction into the rankings. After what Patty's done, maybe we can make this a tradition. Maybe he could be the guy that fights up and comers. You really give Quillan Salkilld a run for his money. Make for a fun fight. And it's going to end early. There's no way this fight would last the full 3 rounds, because now we know that Quillan Salkilld has the submission threat. We already knew he had the knockout threat, and so does Michael Chandler. This would be a fun fight. Maybe they could put it on the White House card. We have our All-American. Come on, this is the fight to make. And I know we could go the traditional route, fight for your spot in the rankings, go against Fares Ziam, but I think that is the obvious fight to make. We need entertaining fights in this division. I think Quillan Salkilld versus Michael Chandler is one of the most entertaining fights you can make. So yeah, I think this is the fight to make, and if Quillan Salkilld wins, he gets a spot in the top 15 like he wanted. UFC make this fight. On to the next one. Mullarkey got submitted in the first round, but he did accept the fight on short notice, so I think he should fight. I think they should give him Zurong. He was supposed to fight Quillan Salkilld. Mullarkey came in short notice. I think this would be a good fight. That's pretty much it. On to the next one. Alright, last but not least, Junior Tafa. I mean, this performance, it wasn't unlike his usual performances. I don't know what to say. He hasn't been winning lately. He wasn't really winning in heavyweight like he should have, so he decided to move down to light heavyweight, and now he's lost for the second time. I think you gotta cut him. I hate to say this, but he's coming off his second loss in the division. This is 5th loss in the UFC. He's 2-5 right now in the UFC, and he's fighting the bottom of the barrel guy. And he's not just losing via decision. He's getting submitted by these guys. And I could understand him getting submitted against Walter Walker. Walter Walker, he heel hooks everybody. But to get submitted twice in a row on the ground like how he did, I think that's just unacceptable. And it kind of seems like he's not really learning from his mistakes. He's not really UFC caliber right now, and I think he should just get cut, and maybe he could improve in the future. He's still 29 years old, he's still young, still got his prime ahead of him, but right now I think he's not really benefiting from the UFC. I think it's best for his interests to be cut, and also best for the UFC to cut him. But yeah, that's what I think. That's it for this video. Let me know what matchups you guys think would be good to make. I'll see you later, guys.